Hi everybody, I'm delighted to be joined by Betfair Ambassador Paul Nicholls ahead of the Cheltenham Festival 2020. Good to see you, Paul. Obviously got a lot of big chances this year, headed of course by Clan Des Obeaux in the Gold Cup. What kind of chances have you got?
I think he's got a great chance. You know, he's a dual King George winner. He's definitely a better horse this year, physically. He's had a brilliant preparation. Was last year he won the Denman Chase en route, but it was so close to Cheltenham already. He's so much better when he's very fit and very fresh. And he worked very well last week at Wincanton, scored great yesterday. I'm very, very happy with him.
Excellent. A few people have been saying, oh, I don't know if he's going to stay the trip as last year, but I mean, I've got no concerns that front. What about you?
Well, he was fifth last year. We made a lot of use of him last year, and we'll ride him a little bit differently this year. He's only 8, he's that much stronger. I mean, you have to win to win King George's. That's the thing. People think, no, but you have to stay to win the King George's. And this year, he galloped right through the line, and Sam couldn't pull him up, which was a good sign. He travels well in the race. We just got to try and conserve that energy for one run from the back of the last, rather than being too aggressive early on.
Yeah.
As I said, he's much better when he's very, very fit, when he's had so much graft, and this is what we've done now. Rather than run and then have to back off him, you can go into it. You know, it's a different way of training him, and it suits what we've done. It suited him last year when he went from the Betfair Chase to the King George. And I remember he ran in the Betfair Chase last year, first step out of handicap company, and everyone said I should have run him in the Hennessy, which he probably would have been a certainty. Finishes fourth in the Betfair Chase, and he didn't even get a mention. He just said he ran to his level. I thought, I know he's going to improve from there to there, and he won the King George. Then Downroll was the same this year, from Downroll to Kempton. Look at the improvement. So he ran at Kempton, had his little bit of a couple of weeks quiet, and he's been trained hard ever since, and he looks fantastic. I'm very happy with him. Obviously, I wouldn't mind to see it stop raining a little bit. But he does go in the mud. He loves the mud. He absolutely loves it. There's no issue with him. He's just got you'd have to say there's a little stamina issue because he's not won over 3 1/4 miles until you actually win. They're going to all say he doesn't get it. Coulter was the same. But as a prep in the way he is, I'm very happy with him.
Excellent. Well, fingers crossed for a big run there. Obviously, one of the stars of last year was Frodon and Bryony Frost. It looks a slightly stronger race this year, but would you give it a big chance anyway?
It is a stronger race. You know, Min's in there, and Abutar is good, who ran well last year. But then again, Frodon is a RYANAIR winner. He loves Cheltenham. He loves going left, and the more it rains, the better for him, because 2 mile 5 in a test of stamina will suit him. Very happy with his preparation. He won at Kempton the other day. He galloped lovely with Clan Des Obeaux last week, so I'm happy with him.
Excellent. Obviously, another horse he won at Kempton the other day was Solo. Very impressive in the Adonis. What kind of chance would you give him?
He's a lovely young horse. Harry schooled him yesterday morning, just said to me, oh my God, he's improved since that run.
Wow.
Physically and mentally, he'll jump great. Obviously, I'd love to see him back that up with another run. We'd all be that much wiser, because it's like a lot of things. I mean, Clan won the King George the other day. Everything else behind him, going into it, it's a mega race, and then all of a sudden he wins, and everything behind him underperformed. So the other day, Solo wins well, gets a mark at 157. Now everyone's saying everything else underperformed. So that's the way it is in these days. But I would have loved to see a second race just to back that up. But I still think he's very smart.
Excellent. I remember you saying as well, in terms of the future, he's more of a chaser. Is that right?
That's what we bought him for. But it doesn't mean we're going to.
No, not at all.
Who knows? If he wins the Triumph, we might end up thinking we've got a champion hurdle on our hands next year. So he does look smart, but he'll tell us where he goes.
Obviously, you've got Politologue in the Cheltenham Chase. Ran a massive race in it last year. Again, it looks a very hot contest now, but his chance, got a chance.
Well, I mean, Altior beat him a length and a half last year. He jumped the last upside tree and ran very, very well with him. He then ran very well behind Defy de Sol in the autumn, giving him £3. That puts him in the mix. He's brilliant fresh, so we purposely not run him. He's been working great. The more it rains for him, the better. The more a test of stamina is over 2 miles, the better. The more it dries. So if he ends up really testing ground, it was soft, that'd be a big plus for him. He's well. I'm not saying he's going to go and win the champion chase, because he's had a couple of goes and hasn't, but he could run very, very well.
Excellent. One horse has got a few entries actually, MICK. Where's he like to go?
I don't know. I haven't really spoke to the team really. He wouldn't want the ground too desperate, I wouldn't have thought. He's in the Fred Winter off 140. If you're thinking of winning the Triumph Hurdle, you're going to be going close to winning the Fred Winter off 140. Lovely young horse. It's taken a while to acclimatise, taken a while for us to realise his little issues, which we've dealt with. I'd like to think he'll run well.
Excellent. And one race you've had a lot of success in the past is the Grand Annual. I see you've got GREANETEEN, who's heading the market for that. Do you think he's on a good mark still?
Who knows? I mean, 150. I mean, to win the Arkle, you've got to run to a 150 or more. And if we're thinking he might win the Arkle, he ought to be able to win this race. He travels well. I've always got a fast run handicap to suit him well. Who knows? This time next year he might be rated 160. So he must have a leading chance.
Yeah, definitely. One horse I'm really excited to see is Dynamite Dollars.
Yeah.
Tactically, is the plan to kind of go out the front, do you think, or?
I don't know. I mean, both my horses need to be ridden positively. They gallop and stay. I mean, the other day he ended up in front at Newbury just because of the way the race is. He does get 2.5 and he does stay strong. So, you'd be handy. There's no point, thinking of sit out the back door and be a sprint on him. The other day he ran very well. I was
going to say,
first run, you think about it, for a novice, his first run for a year from an injury, and his first run at a novice company gets beat 3 lengths by the champion Chase. You got me thinking, wow, what a run first time, and he's definitely improved since then. He galloped well at Wincanton last week. He's looking great in his skin now, which he didn't when he ran at Newbury. So I'm not saying he's going to win the champion Chase, but I'll bet you he's right there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very exciting.
And Harry Cobden's decided to ride him. So Harry Skelton is riding POLITOLOGUE at the request of Mr. Hales.
Oh, fair enough.
So Harry's been deliberating. I said yesterday, look, I need a decision, and it wasn't an easy decision. But I think Harry felt that POLITOLOGUE probably had a couple of runs and failed. The Dynamite might be an improving young horse.
Okay, lovely. One who might have gone under the radar slightly from the members of the public is Psycho. Yeah. Very impressive last time.
Well, the softer the ground, the better for him. The Trump is going to be a right test of stamina. I'd say they go right gallop. He'll love that course. Improving rapidly, could definitely run in the place.
You've got a big old team. Best of luck for all.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Yeah, great.